U13 is this one?
Yep. Let's see where.
14 is this one? This one's 16.
Right.
Can we do that?
Should let those kids know they can come in. They're like wondering.
Drop down and then one says good as ever.
Okay, thank you.
That's in the information's in the.
This 14, 13. Okay.
And he probably recording yet.
Okay.
It was pretty good. It tasted the same as I remembered it. Yeah, I liked it. It was part of its
Start with the Pledge of Allegiance. Mr. Denker.
Mayor Steen.
Present.
Councilmember Large Anderson.
Present.
Councilmember Fisher.
present.
Enright.
Present.
King.
Present.
Austin.
Present.
Helly.
Present.
Hagan. We have a quorum, Your Honor.
Item number 1 is a motion for adoption of the agenda. We need a motion.
With addition.
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Item number 2 is a motion for approval of the minutes from August 7th, 2017. Need a motion?
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Number 3, under recognition and awards. I got a feeling there might be a few people here for this. Austin Youth Soccer Association has some teams that did very good at these are state tournaments, right? State tournament. And well, I think there's 3 teams we're recognizing tonight. We'll start with Corey Anderson, or Corey Anderson's here, right?
Yeah.
Coach, why don't you come up here and tell us about your team? You took first place in the 13, up there at the podium.
So all the people on TV can see you.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, on TV. News at 10.
Yeah, so we are the U13 boys, and we went to state, and we won our first 2 games, and we went on to the next round, and we won 3 more, went into the state championship, and we won. And it went into double overtime, and we scored the winning goal with like 2 minutes left.
Awesome.
So it was very
Awesome.
exciting.
How many kids were on the 13 team? Why don't you all stand up?
There's
Okay.
19 of us total, but not everybody could be here tonight.
Okay, well, great. Good job, guys.
Excellent.
You can have a seat. And the next team was the 14 team, your 14-year-old. And Coach Bolt, are you here? There's Coach Bolt. Tell us about your team. And when they say TV, there is actually a live TV from one of the state, public stations now, but
Public access, yeah.
public access. So
Well,
don't get nervous.
thank you. Thank you for letting us come. It was definitely a blessing to be able to go out and show the rest of the state what we can do here. And obviously the 13 boys ended very well. We had a similar situation, only it just went the opposite way for us. We won our pool play pretty handily, went to the state game, the championship game there, and we lost in the last about 30 seconds of the game. And so that score of that last game was 3-2, and so White Bear Lake got us right at the very end. But I think I got a few 14 boys here, and so I think if they did the last time, I'll just stand up and
Yeah, stand up,
See who
everybody
you
on the
are.
14 team.
so. So we actually were able to handle the ball really well. A couple of our players moved away at the end of the season, so we're going to wait and see what next year holds for us. But we sure had a good, fun time this year. So
Well,
thank you.
and thank you guys. And then the U16 team, is Coach Getz here?
He isn't, but
Want to speak for them?
Yeah.
How many kids are here from the 16th team?
Stand up.
Stand up.
They get older, they get other interests, I guess.
I just want to add too that Coach Bolt's team, they were in the state championship game last year too. This is the second year in a row they've been there, so they've been doing really well. And then as a program, we entered 7 teams into the playoffs, and 5 of our 7 made state. 3 of the 5 made the state championship game, so we had a very successful season. Yeah, Coach Getz could not be here, but his team did the same thing as the rest of us. They went through pool play. They made it. They were in Blaine. They won their games and made it to the state championship game and fell just a little bit short. And I forget now who we played. Who you guys played? Blaine. So, but they had a great season too.
It wasn't that long ago, we didn't even have soccer around here, was it?
Yeah,
I mean,
it was.
How long have these teams been in existence?
Oh, it wasn't much before I joined the board, but that it was really, yeah, I don't know, I would say 15 years-ish.
Okay.
Yep,
It's growing every year, it seems.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep, we're up to like 275 kids in the program.
Wow.
Excellent. Well, thank you, and thank the other coaches too for what you've done. I'm sure they wouldn't have been there if you guys wouldn't have been coaching.
Yep,
Thank you for coming.
Yep, thank you.
All right, thanks, guys.
Congratulations.
I'm gonna tell all the parents and kids, not that you won't enjoy this, but if you want to go, you certainly are welcome, or you can learn about city council meetings, but it's gonna be a little dry for the kids. So, I mean, that's no problem.
Oh, come on.
You don't have to stick around. Watch us on TV, it's just, you get the same thing.
What do you think of it?
I wondered why there were so many cars in the parking lot.
Yeah.
And then, thanks again, guys.
Jeez, not even the.
You know, and next for recognition and awards, we have a proclamation. I see Jennifer Lawhead is here. Jennifer, I'll read the proclamation, and then if you want to come up and talk to us a little bit about it, you can. You're certainly welcome to. Whereas good attendance is essential to student achievement and graduation, and we are committed to dedicating our resources and attention to reducing chronic absenteeism rates with a focus starting as early as pre-kindergarten and kindergarten. And whereas chronic absence, missing 10% or more of school for any reason, including excused and unexcused absences, or just 2 of 3 days a month, is a proven predictor of academic trouble and dropout rates. And whereas improving attendance and reducing chronic absence takes commitment, collaboration, and tailored approaches to particular challenges and strengths in each community. And whereas chronic absence predicts lower 3rd grade reading proficiency, course failure, and eventual dropout, it weakens our communities and our local economy. And whereas attendance gaps among groups of students often turn into achievement gaps that undermine student success, chronic absence particularly exacerbates the achievement gap that separates low-income students from their peers. Since students from low-income families are both more likely to be chronically absent and more likely to be affected academically by missing school. And whereas schools and community partners can reach out more frequently to absent students to determine what barriers they face to attending school and what would help them attend more regularly. And whereas all students, even those who show up regularly, are affected by chronic absence because teachers must spend time reviewing for students who miss lessons. And whereas chronic absence can be significantly reduced when schools, family, and communities work together to monitor and promote good attendance and address hurdles that keep children from getting to school. And now, therefore, I, Thomas Steen, Mayor of Austin, do hereby proclaim September 2017 as Attendance Awareness Month. And we hereby commit to focusing on reducing chronic absenteeism to give all children an equitable opportunity to learn, grow, and thrive economically, emotionally, and socially. Jennifer?
Thank you, Mayor Steam and members of our City Council. On behalf of Austin Aspires, thank you for proclaiming September as Attendance Awareness Month in the City of Austin. By doing so, we're joining cities all across the nation who are raising public awareness about the importance of school attendance. I know you heard Mayor Steam just say this, but I'm going to say it again. Research indicates that even 2 absences a month, either excused or unexcused, can negatively impact a child's academic success. Chronic absence can influence whether a child reads proficiently by 3rd grade or even graduates from high school on time. So thank you for encouraging the young people in our community to attend school every day and discovering and removing barriers to positive attendance.
I just want to say Jennifer chairs Austin Awareness. I think you started it, and she chairs it, and I'm sure this is a part of what's come out of that. And it's just, if anybody has any questions about it, ask her. But it's a group that's really tackling a lot of the problems with young academic, in the academics with children, and I think it's making a difference.
Oh, thank you, Mayor Stein.
Thank you for it. Thanks, Jennifer.
Thanks.
And you can have the
Great.
proclamation. Okay?
Thank you.
Thank you. Item number 4 is a motion for the consent agenda. With the additions, we need a motion.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Item number 5.
I need to abstain.
Oh, okay. Do we need to do that, David, by roll call, or is that fine? We're fine. Number 5, under bid openings and awards, is a resolution receiving bids for the Cresthaven Detention Pond construction. Stephen.
Those bids for the Cresthaven Detention Pond were opened on August 17th, 2017. We had 3 bidders on the project, with the low bidder being Larson Contracting Central LLC in the amount of $76,549.07. You may recall from previous meetings, this pond is located on the property where a petitioner previously came forward to request having horses on the property, and this was kind of an agreement as a result of that to help the adjacent property owners with their runoff issues, and also allowed us to work with the adjacent property owner to develop this retention pond. Total project costs, if you look near the bottom, those are broken out there. Project costs for construction, we have the $76,549.07 for the construction. We have council previously approved design engineering services with Jones Haugen Smith to design this project in the amount of $12,900. And we've worked with the property owner to retain an easement for this retention pond, so that we'll have access to it. We can get in there and maintain it and things like that. We do, the retention pond's going to take up about 1.5 acres of the property. So we have worked with the property owner and developed an easement agreement where we would pay $4,000 for the initial easement. Most of that $4,000 would go toward replacement of trees. We're taking out a lot of trees with this project, so it would go for the property owner to replant trees on their property. So we have adding those 3 items together, we have a total project cost $93,449.07, and our budget for this project was $100,000 in the CIP. So we fall just within our budget, and we would recommend awarding the contract to Larson Contracting Central LLC.
Council, anything? If not, we need a resolution awarding a bid.
So move the resolution.
Is there a second?
Second.
Mr. Dankert.
Councilmember Fisher.
Aye.
Enright.
Aye.
King.
Aye.
Austin.
Aye.
Helly.
Aye.
Councilmember at Large Anderson.
Aye.
Resolution passes 6-0, Your Honor.
Thank you. Number 6 is a motion under petitions and request approving 2018 Hormel Foundation grant request. I think council knows all about this, but Tom, if you want to give a short explanation.
At the last work session, council ranked the request by staff that staff had for the foundation request for the 2018 year. These will be due to the foundation by September 1st, and then the contributions committee will take a look at those, look at their funding that's been allocated towards all the entities, and then some point in early December we should find out which ones the Hormel Foundation ranked or funded. So at this point in time, we'd request approval of the grant requests as have been submitted and reviewed by the City Council.
Council, anything? Otherwise, we need a motion.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? 7 is a resolution approving public sale of forfeited property and declaring the city's intention to reassess unpaid assessments. Ms. Castle?
Yes, this is another round of forfeited properties that came from the county. So before we were dealing with the tax year 2015, this is tax year 2016 for the forfeited properties. There's a number of properties there, and we have researched the outstanding assessments. So the amounts are listed on page 2 and 3. And we would request you approve those amounts, and then once these properties go for public sale, we would reassess those amounts to get that money back from those assessments that were forfeited.
Council, anything? If not, we need a resolution.
So move the resolution.
Is there a second?
Second.
Mr. Dankert.
Councilmember Fisher.
Aye.
Enright.
Aye.
King.
Aye.
Austin.
Aye.
Helly.
Aye.
Councilmember at Large Anderson.
Aye.
Resolution passes 6-0, Your Honor.
Thank you. 8 is a resolution approving a grant agreement with the state of Minnesota for the Toward Zero Deaths campaign. Chief? Police Chief?
Yes, this is just an annual request to allow the police department to use the federal grant dollars. And there's also a change. Captain McKeegan has been running this program, and Officer Travis Martin will oversee the funds for the following year. It's an annual request. We've been doing this for probably 7-8 years.
And what does it entail? Just more officers out on certain days, or?
Yes, this is a TZD, Toward Zero Death. They have the seatbelt wave, they have the distracted driving wave, DWI waves, speeding waves, and we participate, us along with the Sheriff's Department, participate in each one of these waves, and the city is reimbursed for the overtime costs that the officers that are out patrolling during these events.
And what's a wave? Explain to me.
One of the waves could be seatbelt enforcement.
What do they do? You send officers out, particularly on that violation?
That is correct, but obviously if they pick up other violations, they will cite as well, but there are specific waves, and that's what they are looking for each time.
Any questions, comments? Now we need a resolution for 8.
Second.
Mr. Dankert.
Councilmember Fisher.
Aye.
Enright.
Aye.
King.
Aye.
Austin.
Aye.
Helly.
Aye.
Councilmember Large Anderson.
Aye.
Resolution passes 6-0, Your Honor.
Thank you. 9 is a resolution confirming the vacation of public right-of-way in Fox Point Addition. Mr. Lang.
Yes, this was presented at the last council meeting with no action taken, but forwarded to this meeting. It deals with vacation of right-of-way to make way for a townhome development along the extension of 23rd Avenue Northwest.
Council, any questions or comments? If not, we need a resolution.
So moved the resolution.
Second?
Mr. Dankert.
Councilmember Fisher.
Aye.
Enright.
Aye.
King.
Aye.
Austin.
Aye.
Helly.
Aye.
Councilmember Large Anderson.
Aye.
Resolution passes 6-0, Your Honor.
Thank you. Number 10 is a resolution approving a development agreement with Fox Point Township Townhomes LLC. Ms. Wallace?
Your Honor and council members, this is substantially the same document that you looked at your last work session. There were just a couple of things added that you should note. There were some probable construction costs that were provided by the developer from Jones Haugen Smith, and those are attached as Exhibit B, and then also incorporated into the paragraph regarding letter of credit. And then also we just added some contact information should it be necessary if the developer had some issues and we need to contact their limited partner.
Council, any questions, comments? If not, we need a resolution.
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Mr. Dankert.
Councilmember Fisher.
Aye.
Enright.
Aye.
King.
Aye.
Austin.
Aye.
Helly.
Aye.
Councilmember Large Anderson.
Aye.
Resolution passes 6-0, Your Honor.
Thank you. 11 is a resolution approving an extension of purchase agreement with Cottage Properties LLC. Mr. Clark?
Thank you, Mayor. Members, on March 6, 2017, Council approved sale of approximately 3.9 acres adjacent to the Northwest Park. Cottage Properties needed a little bit more time to complete the transaction, and we proposed the addendum included in the packet as Exhibit 1. This extends it from August 1st and September 1st closing to October 1st financing and closing of November 1st. We've increased the earnest money to ensure the buyer's resolve to purchase the property from $10,000 to $20,000 from the original agreement. Otherwise, all terms are the same as previously approved by council. This requires a 2/3 vote of the city council as pursuant to the charter. Council action is requested to approve the addendum to the purchase agreement with Cottage Properties LLC included as Exhibit 1.
Council, anything? If not, we need a resolution for 11.
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Mr. Dankert.
Councilmember Fisher.
Aye.
Enright.
Aye.
King.
Aye.
Austin.
Aye.
Helly.
Aye.
Councilmember at Large Anderson.
Aye.
Resolution passes 6-0, Your Honor.
Thank you. 12 is the resolution accepting donations to the city. Self-explanatory. Need a resolution.
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Mr. Dankert.
Councilmember Fisher.
Aye.
Enright.
Aye.
King.
Aye.
Austin.
Aye.
Helly.
Aye.
Councilmember at Large Anderson.
Aye.
Resolution passes 6-0, Your Honor.
Thank you. 13 is a couple of resolutions reviewing bids for life and long-term disability insurance. Tricia's here if anybody has any questions. Any questions on council? Comments? If not, we need a resolution for accepting bid for life insurance, for group life insurance.
So moved. Second.
Mr. Dankert.
Councilmember Fisher.
Aye.
Enright.
Aye.
King.
Aye.
Austin.
Aye.
Helly.
Aye.
Councilmember at Large Anderson.
Aye.
Resolution passes 6-0, Your Honor.
Thank you. We need another resolution for accepting bid for long-term disability insurance.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Dankert.
Councilmember Fisher.
Aye.
Enright.
Aye.
King.
Aye.
Austin.
Aye.
Helly.
Aye.
Councilmember at Large Anderson.
Aye.
Resolution passes 6-0, Your Honor.
And 14 is a motion granting a variance for Terry and Kimberly Byam for the regulation of square footage of accessory structures. Ms. Wallace?
At our last planning meeting on August 15th rather than June 15th, 2017, the Byams had applied for a variance from our code requirement regulating the square footage of accessory structures. They currently have 2 garages. One is unused and they will remove it. They wish to replace the removed garage with a 36 by 44 garage. The allowed square footage for under 1 acre is 1,584 square feet. The petitioners are asking for an allowance of 1,024 square feet. Their lot coverage is 7.6%, which is much lower than the allowed coverage of 40%, even with the additional square footage. The petitioners provided some photographs of the surrounding properties, just to give an idea of the other property or other structures in the neighborhood, to ensure that their project would conform with the character of the surrounding neighborhood. There were no comments from the public, and one neighbor did appear in support of their variance at the planning meeting. The Planning Commission, after reviewing the recommendations and the rules for variance, recommended 7-0 to grant the variance.
Council, I see the Byams are here if anybody has any questions. Otherwise, we need a motion.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. You're all set then. Citizens addressing the councils. Anybody here that wants to address the council on anything that was not in, well, could have been at tonight's meeting, we don't really care. If not, we're to reports and recommendations. We'll start with Judy tonight.
Nothing, Your Honor.
Nothing, Your Honor.
Yep.
I have nothing, Your Honor.
There was an HRA meeting this past Thursday that was, quite a bit of it was related to Fox Point as well, discussing that project, and Judy and I attended that. That's it. Oh, you probably have that.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Just a reminder, this weekend is the Austin Artworks Festival in downtown Austin, Saturday 9 to 5, Sunday 10 to 4. Lots of activities for families. It's free to attend. Saturday night there's a show at the Paramount called Outrageous. And new this year, we're bringing in a Sharpie Squad artist, Mark Rivard, to teach a class on skateboard art. So it's really something for that kind of youth age that we haven't had before. So if you know somebody that would be interested, it's ages 10 and up. and you do have to register ahead of time. That's the one thing you can't show up for on Saturday and participate in.
You have to register for just the Saturday event?
Just the skateboard art on Saturday. Yep, so austenareaarts.org for
Okay.
more info.
Thanks, Laura. Paul?
Nothing, Your Honor.
Okay.
I'll have more on it the next council meeting, but welcoming week is September 15th through the 24th. If folks are interested in participating, please let me know.
Any reports?
Kim Underwood.
Thank you, Mayor and Council. I just want everybody to know that this coming Thursday will be the last summer Thursday Nature Plays at the Nature Center. The 1 o'clock show is for your families, and you'll learn about the U of M Raptors. And there's also a senior event too at 10, always on the Thursdays. So go out there and enjoy.
And everything went okay with the eclipse? That was your project, right?
Right. Actually, yeah, we got to look through it with a welding mask. I don't know where you guys were.
Okay, anybody else have anything? Otherwise, we'll take a short break and meet in the small, we need a motion to adjourn.
So moved. Second.
On there?
Aye.
We'll take a short break, meet in the conference room, across the hall, 5 to 10 minutes.